Gemini, welcome to Star Tarot. This is your general read for October 2018. As always, this message will not resonate with everyone, and that's fine. You just got to pick up what I'm putting down that does and simply leave the rest. For those of you that are interested in a personal extended reading, that information is listed down below. So, Gemini, we're going to go and get right to it. It's looking like for the month of October, you are going to be focusing on forgiveness, okay? And you're going to have more compassion than you've had in recent past. Compassion towards forgiveness. You're starting to understand that some things do require forgiveness. Forgiveness within yourself, forgiveness concerning certain individuals and situations. So for the month of October, your overall energy is going to be this feeling of needing to forgive. And that's beautiful because through forgiveness, you become liberated and release, feelings of anger, disappointment, mental anguish that can literally hinder you from moving forward in a positive way in your life. So this is a great overall energy to have. And there was another sign, I can't remember off the top of my head at this point, that also was focusing on forgiveness. And although I'm not a New Year's resolution type of person, I do like to reflect on the prior year. And for me, what I've learned in my life is that when I went through challenges year after year after year, I often asked myself, why am I still ending up in these certain situations? Why do certain things keep happening to me? And it was because I was not forgiving myself and forgiving people for certain things that they've said and done to me, and that was hindering me from moving forward in other aspects of my life. And forgiveness doesn't always mean, just totally condoning what someone has said and done and wiping a clean slate. And sometimes it can, but sometimes forgiveness could just be about speaking to yourself and saying that, I forgive that person, or I forgive myself, and simply taking the next step to move forward. So just know that forgiveness is definitely a key to healing. And so it looks like for the month of October, and you could be experiencing some of those feelings now. We do know that in the spiritual world that time is non-existent, and I say that time is fluid. So for me, I feel like you can't always set a pinpointed time on everything. Just know that your energy, just like time, flows. It flows in and out. There's ebbs. And so you might already be experiencing the thought of forgiving someone or yourself in the end of September, but definitely in October, you're really, really going to have this heavily weighing on your heart and your mind. So retreat. Retreat is your focus for the month, which to me definitely goes hand in hand with forgiveness, because when you are in the moment of forgiveness, you're going to need to separate yourself away from your emotions and the situation, and possibly certain situations and certain individuals that are around you now that may not have anything to do with this particular situation that you're needing to forgive. You need to take some time to slow down, take a break, and stop trying to work so hard on not reflecting and just holding on to non forgiveness, or, trying so hard to make sense of what happened and really just trying to forgive the situation and move on. So it's time to clear your mind, and your thoughts and your feelings, and just take a moment to relax within yourself and really have that time to free your mind from the details of the situation, the details that are attached to individuals that you feel like you need to forgive, or even yourself. So you really want to take it easy. Yes, you want to practice forgiveness, but practice forgiveness in a non forceful way. Don't force it into your mind. Don't force this fakeness that says, okay, well, I have to forgive, so I'm allow this person right in, or I'm allow this person to continue and just forgive. No, what I'm saying is take the time within yourself, relax, and say, how do I forgive this person or myself without condoning, without participating? And for some of you that are going to forgive and continue to have this person in your life, in this retreat moment, you need to relax and you need to make decisions on how you will handle this person and the situation moving forward, but in a compassionate way, if that makes sense. So, getting into your read, I meditated, through this forgiveness. Why does Gemini need to forgive? What do they need to forgive? Who do they need to forgive? That sort of thing. And out came your storyline. So it looks like you're trying to forgive a situation that had to do with hanging around too long. There was somebody in your life that you were waiting for. You were waiting for some form of commitment from this person. And so I'm feeling like, you felt like, I just want this person to see me. I want this person to understand that this could work, or I would like this person to see me more than just a friend or a fly-by-night situation. And so you hung around waiting for that response to confirm that this person is wanting to take the next step. And also with the Hangman, I feel like it started to give you some form of perspective. In this waiting period, you've realized that I need to stand in my truth about this situation. I've been in this situation for so long waiting, and I've been focusing on the waiting and the response that's coming, that I haven't realized that I've been waiting too damn long. And so with the Queen of Wands, this is like standing in your truth, like standing in your power and really speaking to self and asking yourself, do I really want to stay in this any longer? And the moon here, the moon card is illusions. So there've been some internal illusions about this situation that's allowed you to stay in this situation for so long. There may have been some excuses that you've come up with for your own peace of mind, or even just clarity. Like, sometimes we don't know why someone does something or doesn't do something, and so we start to investigate in our own minds, and try to get advice from people and say, well, maybe it's this, or I'm feeling like this could be it. And so sometimes, because you don't know the actual situation with that person and you're searching for the answers and you're not getting any answers from them, you start to disillusion yourself and come up with these case scenarios that could possibly give you the answers to what you're looking for. And I feel like that is where your emotional vulnerability has come from. You're wanting it to get these answers from this person for so long, but you're coming up with your own case scenarios, and then it just really causes a lot of confusion and a lot of disappointment. You're feeling let down from the person because I want you to tell me what you want. I want you to tell me what this is. I shouldn't be left to figure this shit out. And this Eight of Cups is moving on. It's the moving on card, right? Like, okay, so let's just break this down. So you've been hanging around for a long period of time, and then you start looking at things. You're getting a different perspective. You start to have some real truth within yourself and say, hey, what the hell? Why am I still here? You're looking at all the things and you're realizing that you've been in this illusion state of maybe it's this, maybe it's that. But then that leads to confusion, disappointment, because you want to know what's up. What's the real deal here? And with the Eight of Cups, for some of you, it will be that you do walk away. But I also feel like this is a mental moving on. Some of you did physically or will physically move away from this person. But for a lot of you, it's going to be an emotional, mental moving on. This person might not even know that you've moved on yet. They might not know because it's in your mind. You've emotionally detached yourself from the thoughts and the hopes of this person. And this is leading to the Nine of Swords. So now you have all of this anxiety, sleepless nights. And a lot of this is, damn, why did I wait around so long? So your mind switches from the thought of, are they going to tell me? Are they going to tell me? Are they going to tell me? Are they going to commit? Are they going to commit? Are we going to be something better, something new? Are we going to go to the new phase? Switches to, in this moment of truth, standing in your truth, standing in your power, now turns to, let me look at me. Why the hell did I stay without these answers, without this commitment so long? And so now you're really having anxiety, depression, sleepless nights because you're holding yourself accountable for staying, and you're a little pissed off, but it's more so you're saddened, you're depressed because why couldn't you just get your shit together? Why couldn't we just be together? And if we couldn't and you couldn't, why did I stay so long? But the Justice card is definitely getting things balanced, getting things back in order. So for some of you, once this anxiety, these sleepless nights, once you get over that, for some of you, there is going to be a more mental balance. And you are going to get to the point where you do forgive yourself, you forgive this person, and you will definitely mentally accept the fact that it is what it is, and that'll bring you justice because you're no longer in that space of waiting and wanting and wondering and being upset with yourself and the other person. But in this reading, this Justice card is is meaning much more. So in this moment, once you do come to realization and you come to be mentally balanced, there's going to be something else that happens, right? So I'm asking, who is this outside influence that is just not willing to commit and not giving answers and not showing up, so to speak, showing up for this relationship. And the King of Wands pops out, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. The King of Wands is someone that is very honorable. This is an honorable man or woman, and I'm not understanding, but I understand now, because the part 2 of your justice is that this individual is definitely bringing you justice. This individual is now trying to be, or will be, that honorable man or woman that you wanted them to be in the beginning. But you're like, you know what? I don't know. You left me over here with these 3 swords in my heart. For some of you, maybe the 3 swords is, symbolizing a third party situation. Now, again, this isn't for everyone, but for some of you, you're like, hold on. Don't come to me with that honorable bullshit when I know that it was me, you, and her, or me, you, and him, or if it wasn't a third party situation, don't act like you coming in here and this is, this is like open arms, because you hurt me. What you did, what you said, you're not as honorable as you think, and you're standing strong in this situation. You're standing strong in your position. You're like, no, you're not coming back up in here pretending to be this honorable man or woman. Okay? And that is where you're at this point, when this person is trying to come back and convince you that, I've changed. But I'm going to say this to you, Gemini. For some of you, I do think that this person definitely, genuinely has changed. It will be up to you what you do with this. This is why I say pick up what I'm putting down that resonates. So for some of you, for some of these situations, yes, this person, and this is why the Justice card is here. This is why I feel so strongly about this, because this isn't in deception. This is justice. Justice being served to you. You didn't deserve that. You deserved an honorable man or woman. And so now with justice being served, here they are. But you've been hurt. You've been double crossed. And you're standing your position and you're like, you know what? But in the back of your mind, you're not sure that this person is joking around. You might even suspect and see some differences, and so you might be making plans to move forward with this person. This is the 2 of Wands, where you're making plans. So for some of you, I see that you will decide, or you're deciding if you should move forward with this person. Now, for some of you, the moving forward is like, you know what, I'm not going to be able to do it. And that's totally understandable. And like I said, you have to do what's best for you. So you make the choice on that. But with this, the Wheel of Fortune, there's so many different ways you can look at this. So for some of you, you're going to use your intuition to decide to move forward with the person or move forward without the person. But with this Wheel of Fortune, this is intuition, but it's also a change. You know, we look at this Wheel of Fortune, you know, so everyone gets a chance to spin the wheel. And when you go to spin the wheel, sometimes you're going to be up, sometimes you're going to be down. Everybody goes through the cycle. It just depends on where your wheel lands at this point. So like remember like the actual Wheel of Fortune, sometimes the wheel stops and you hit for a lot, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes it just skips you altogether. That is life. Okay? That's how life goes. But with this to me symbolizes that anything is possible. And that's what's true in the world. Anything is possible. But this is a major arcana. So this is a positive card. So I feel like this is going to take a change for the positive. I think that the ball is now in your court, Gemini. This person, whatever the fuck they did to you before, because now you're this. I mean, you're the Knight of Wands. You're holding your position. You're the Queen of Wands. You're not disillusioned anymore. So when you decided to separate mentally or physically, that changed the game. Literally. It went from Jeopardy to Wheel of motherfucking Fortune. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so, I'm sorry to cuss, but I mean, this is what it is. But this is for the positive, Gemini. All right? And so, what I want to do is I'm gonna do 2 case scenarios for you. If Gemini decides to take this King of Wands up on this, offer of being honorable, and if not, but the Wheel of Fortune also talks about fate. There's fate in this, and when the wheel is spun and it stops, it's fated for it to be in that position. Okay, I am a believer that everything happens for a reason, and that's just me. Okay? All right, so what we're going to do is oh my god, these cards. All right. What is the outcome for Gemini who decides to walk away from this King of Wands? What is the outcome? Spirit, please show me the outcome for Gemini walking away in love and light. Please give me the eyes to see and the knowledge to know. What is the outcome for walking away? And again, remember, okay. Wow. I was going to say, just remember that you never want to give these readings too much power for your life. Okay? You always want to use your own discernment and your own intuition. So, 2 cards came out. So, when I asked, if Gemini decides to walk away from this King of Wands, what will be the outcome? So, the first card that came out was New Love. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So yeah, maybe you'll find new love with someone else. But then out came the past life relationship. You have known each other before. So to me, this says that, yeah, you may find new love, but you might get in that situation and be thinking about this past relationship. So you got to be careful of that. Or it could just be the possibility that the new person that you meet is someone from your past life, you know, and possibly be your soulmate. But again, however it resonates for you. And then let's just see what the outcome is for the Geminis that stay connected to this King of Wands. The ones that decide to spin the Wheel of Fortune, accept the fate. All right. Okay, so romantic feelings. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring, but you also have deception here. It says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So let's clarify that. What is the deception here? Because see, with deception, it doesn't always mean that it's the other person. It could be you, Gemini. Please clarify the deception card. Why is deception here? Who's wearing a false mask? All right. Out comes the High Priestess. Using your intuition. So you're going to be knowing in your intuition who this King of Wands really is. There's going to be a Tower moment. And then there's Queen of Cups. So to me, this says that you possibly, with your intuition, know that the King of Wands has not fully changed. And again, remember I said for some of you, this is going to be the case. For some of you, there are some King of Wands that have changed. But let's dig a little bit deeper here. I'm trying to meditate on. Let's see here. What am I seeing? Intuition, back to back. You know. Okay, so yeah. For some of you, the mask on this King of Wands is going to be so clear to see. Because with the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups, these are both you being very intuitive. And you're going to know that there's a moment with this King of Wands. So it's not going to be too hard to tell. You're going to know before you get too deep with this. So just use your discernment, Gemini. Use your total discernment here. For some of you, you're going to find new love and move on. And it's going to be a soulmate connection. For others of you, there's going to be romantic feelings. But there's going to be deception. There's going to be a tower moment. All right, Gemini. Forgiveness is your overall energy. Like I said in the beginning, some people are going to be worth your forgiveness and renewal of a relationship. For others, you're going to forgive yourself for forgiving them, and you're going to keep it moving. Just retreat and really, really find a way to have peace of mind about all of this and real measurable discernment. Okay? So this is your reading, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed. If this resonates with anyone, please feel free to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And take care of yourself, Gemini. I'm sure you'll make the right decision. Till next time, in love and light.